Yo, it's Totes, and we're back with Apothecary Diaries, episode 5. Last episode we had Lady Lihua, I believe is her name. Uh, yeah, a little bit of a redemption story with Lady Lihua. I think we got a couple flashbacks with her and her kid. She's honestly not as mean as I thought she was going to be, and she ended up being a fairly, just a very regal, very dominant concubine in the imperial court. She's not mean exactly, but she is, she carries herself with a certain dignity, and it might rub people the wrong way, especially if she ever feels disrespected. So, it's great that we're getting that sort of distinction here. This episode, I think we had especially at the end of the episode, somebody's hand sort of rashing up, or maybe they got burnt or something. So we'll probably see something along the lines of maybe like smallpox, or a disease that's been spreading, or maybe it really could just be poison. Like maybe he got like a rash from touching some bark or something. I don't know. But yeah. Anyways, without further ado, let's begin the reaction. Is that? Oh shit! That's the eunuch. Oh my god, he's kind of jacked. I did not expect him to be this buff. Jesus. Damn, those arms! What the fuck? The apothecary. Oh, I get because she's overworked herself. I see. I was like, does this guy have like a feeder fetish or something? Oh yeah, okay. Took me a while to remember what happened last episode. Oh man, all those shrooms. Oh my god. Yo, wait, maybe Jinsei does have this feeder fetish. I honestly thought this doctor was up to no good, but honestly, I think he's he's just an awkward guy. I could have sworn he was trying to like poison her a couple episodes. Oh, smallpox. Fortune teller? Oh, fuck. Yo. Oh. What is in that? Hmm. So he threw in like a bag of spices or something. Smart. Just chemical reactions, maybe? Because we did learn about, like, when you burn wood, it can sometimes cause you to inhale some of the poison, so maybe this... Oh my god! Wait, he swings that way? I mean, I could kind of tell, but I didn't want to say it. Oh my god. I was gonna say, like, most eunuchs in the Imperial Court probably are, like, gay in some way. Bro, there's some shit going on in the background. Like somebody is plotting something. Oh man. Hmm. That is some ominous stuff, because again, we have the poison wood being spread around, and all of a sudden we're getting like nobles or high-ranking officials coming to visit. Maybe one of them sent the thing, or maybe it got confiscated along the way. You don't need to hide that. It looks good. Oh my god. Oh. Oh my god. I thought she was trying to like stuff her bra or something. Okay, so it's just like a pocket warmer. Damn, bro. What? I'm always like coming it up with like a whole bunch of people. Make someone what? What is she making? Aphrodisiacs? No, it's too late in the night. Like tea? Ointment? Yo, somebody is getting poisoned in this fucking place. My lady in waiting. Don't go running off with any noble. I think I might have been reading into it, but I felt like makeup. Oh, the freckles, really? No. He had no freckles to begin with? No way. Is she been faking the freckles the entire time? Oh my god, that one's short as hell. Favorite toy? Yo, what's going on with Jinshi, man? Oh, fuck. Clear skin. Everything. My man is awestruck. Nope. Cap. No, wait. Isn't she? Yeah, so she purposely made herself look like that just so she can stay in the background. Hmm. Damn. I mean, yeah. I mean, she got dragged here. That counts. Well, yeah. Is what it is. Yeah, it's probably been like a year since she's seen her dad and everything. Is he crying? Damn, my man got riz, bro. My man got riz. She did not seem as feisty there. Oh, wait. Hairpin. What is that? Invitation for something? Oh, it's like a proposal then. Oh my god. Okay, so... Okay. Who the fuck is that? Okay, so it seems like we're moving away from the more episodic stuff. And this is like the first episode of a real arc. Alright, so it turns out that the whole curse thing, the whole poison thing, I thought it was smallpox. Before the episode started, it turned out it might have been just poison from a bark of a tree or something. And, okay, that was resolved fairly quickly. But the interesting thing isn't the resolution of that, I feel. What I find interesting is, I don't know if it's just me or maybe I'm just reading into things, but I feel like shit is being plotted in the background and things are moving, pieces are moving, players are, putting their checks down, and all the while our main character, Mao Mao, she's unaware of all this. She's curing the symptoms. She's seeing the results of the shit that's been happening behind the scenes, but we don't really know. We don't really know what's happening because we get the knowledge that the guy who threw away the sticks, I believe they were like fortune telling sticks or something. Wood tablets. Wood tablets. Okay. He threw away the wood tablets, and as he threw them onto the fire ended up changing colors multiple times. And Malmo attributes this to essentially different chemicals reacting to the fire in the same way the chemicals would react to sort of like in fireworks, and they would display different fires. What is interesting though is that these wooden tablets had those chemicals on it. I believe she attributed that to like oil or residue or something along the lines of holding the outer layer of the wood. But it's still interesting that the number one, the fire changed like different colors multiple times, and number two, it just so happened that somebody threw that in the trash. Somebody threw these wooden tablets, writing tablets, or whatever it is. It was coated in some sort of like chemical, threw it in the trash, and the guard found it and ended up, getting some sort of skin infection from it. So clearly, some shit is being plotted in the background. Because why would you do that? Why exactly would you just throw out like wooden writing tablets, coat them in like some sort of resin from the chemicals, just throw them in the trash? Because it's clear that the rash was some sort of like it's some negative effect. You do get hurt holding on to it for a period of time. So so what I'm theorizing here is that maybe it's a case where somebody in the background is creating these tablets, these like poisonous objects. They're trying to test the sort of the strength of it, and they're doing it dosage by dosage. And eventually, they came to a point where the dosage is strong enough where it caused a rash just by holding it. And then they realize, okay, this is strong enough to perhaps poison somebody if I gave it to them. So they threw away sort of the weaker dosage ones because now they've got the exact formula to essentially up the dosage if they ever wanted to mess with somebody. And I think it sort of lines up with the scene where Jinshi, I think he realizes that as well, because Jinshi notices the fact that it's sort of sussy that all of this is happening, and then I believe he orders his right hand man in I forgot his name, the guy with the cap on. He orders him to go out and find anybody who had a rash recently. So I'm guessing he's trying to sniff out essentially the person who's planning on poisoning maybe the emperor or maybe one of the concubines. It's also worth noting that the person who took out the trash found like a burnt dress, like a woman's dress with the sleeves burnt, like in the trash. So maybe she was like she soaked the liquid on the wooden tablet and sort of, I don't know, maybe tried to dry it near a fire or something, and her dress got caught. I don't know. There's some fucked shit happening right now. Real fucked shit. Yeah, Jinshi uh notes, find everyone who's suffered burns on their arms recently. So so there's some fucked shit going on. Jinshi knows there's some fucked shit going on. Somebody is trying to poison the emperor or one of the concubines, and he's trying to get to the bottom of it. And what's worse is that the Tea Garden Festival is happening soon. And this is where all four of the concubines are going to be gathered around the emperor, and they're going to have celebrations and essentially have tea together. It could be a situation where where maybe one of the high-ranking officials, maybe a character that we haven't really seen so far, is responsible for all this. But I'm guessing it could also be a situation where the pink-haired lady, the pink-haired concubine, I don't remember her name, but maybe she has a part to play in this too. Because we did know that way back a couple episodes ago, he mentioned something along the lines of, "Oh, so she can make poisons too, huh? That's very useful." And then he walked out all menacingly. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if she had some hand in all this. maybe to try to take out an opponent or something, and essentially secure her position as the king's right hand or the king's wife. Essentially, I could definitely see that. I could also see a situation where it's not exactly that they're trying to poison wooden tablets, but that whatever sort of poison making procedures that were taking place ended up being on some wooden table. And in order to get rid of the evidence, they essentially just chopped it up in smaller pieces and just threw it in the trash. So nobody would ever suspect like anything of it because again, they would think it's a wooden tablet, but maybe it's like a huge cutting board where they were preparing the poisons. And this is a tea drinking ceremony. I believe it's the Garden Tea Festival or Garden Tea Party. So maybe somebody is going to slip some poison. I don't know. It definitely does seem like. Wait, what is this? Am I tripping? I'm looking through the episode and there seemed to be like a small part in the episode where somebody is wrapping up like burn marks on their hands. At first I thought it was Mau Mau, but that dress is not Mau Mau. And I can't tell if the hand is masculine or feminine. The dress looks feminine, but the hand looks very androgynous. Because you can see it. It's like around the 13-minute mark. Somebody's hand is on the table. He or she is wrapping it up, and he or she is wearing some sort of frilly dress. So I'm going to have to assume here it's one of the concubines involved. Something, because I'm looking at Mau Mau's dress, and Mau Mau's dress is completely plain. It can't be, because Mau Mau did something very similar where she cut herself and she experimented on herself, but this feels different. Oh my god, maybe it is the pink-haired girl. It the, the the color palette seems to match somewhat. The dress, no, it's not as frilly though. But you can never tell because the arms are covered by the length of the dress. You know what? Fuck. I'm gonna say it's the pink haired one. I do not trust this woman. It's the pink haired girl, and even here she uses like some like very possessive language. Remember, Mama, you are my lady in waiting. Mine. You are mine. At first, I thought maybe it was a situation where she doesn't want Mau Mau to essentially be stolen away by like a high-ranking official, and eventually it was confirmed the Jinchi who stole her away. But I could also see this as being foreshadowing, where Mau Mau is going to have to choose whether or not to out her master, because Mau Mau does have like a very strong understanding of poison. So if her master was involved in all this, she wants Mau Mau to essentially know that, hey, even if I do some fuck shit, you are mine. You are my servant. Don't snitch on me. And we'll get to a situation in the future where it's gonna have to make that choice. Fuck, I don't know. And we got some like really depressing shit with like Mau Mau and just how she essentially has to make herself look like a lot uglier just so that men, well, not all men, but essentially the men who frequents the brothels, the more violent kind, the more uncouth kind, the not so refined ones, they come out of the brothel, they're not satisfied. She's scared for herself that she's going to be taken away because again, she's naturally pretty, and she feels like she has to downgrade herself because it's just like her life is going to be in danger. People are going to take her away, and it ended up happening in episode 1 where again she mentions her makeup being a little bit faded. So kidnappers came. Oh, she's pretty enough. We'll take her to the imperial court. We'll sell her off. And it's like shit. Like you can make so many like real world parallels with this. But how women sometimes they try to cover themselves up because they're safe. Blah 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 blah. Things of that nature. I'm not gonna get into that here. But many, many different parallels you can make. And it's interesting to note that Mau Mau does feel angry about the kidnapping situation. Because this entire time she's been very nonchalant about this, but here we're getting some verbal confirmation that she does feel very angry about, being kidnapped and being separated from her dad. Her dad is senile at this point. There's no one there to take care of him. She was the one who was supposed to take care of him, and all of a sudden now she's stuck here in the Imperial Court. And it's been like what, like 5 months now? 4 or 5 months away from her dad? Like, she's gotta be like very angry. Like, I'd be angry as hell if that happened to me. And it's interesting to note that Jinshi, despite knowing all this, and he does empathize a lot, I feel like he doesn't really offer a solution. He goes like, yeah, I feel for you. I'm so sorry we couldn't police them better. But he doesn't offer to free Mao Mao at all. He doesn't offer to, extend a helping hand or, make any promises to police the place better. He doesn't do any of that. He just goes, "Oh, I feel very sorry." Tears up a little, and he does a little proposal thing with the hairpin, and he goes, "You're mine now," which is interesting. It could be very romantic, and if the show wants to go that direction, I'd be more than happy to. But I feel like with some of the shit that his right hand man has been saying about how, Jinshi favors the pink haired concubine because that's where his new toy is at, and it's just like, shit. Maybe this relationship isn't as wholesome or healthy as we initially thought. Maybe it's a little bit more toxic. Especially since Mao Mao hasn't really caught feelings. I think she may start to develop some feelings. But at this moment, I don't think she has um, any sort of affection towards Jin. But yes. Oh, you know what? You could also see the whole proposal thing as a "you're mine," but for the Imperial Court, where if we assume that the pink concubine is the one who's doing the poisoning, we're we're at a situation now where essentially Mao Mao is being courted by two parties: the pink concubine and Jinshin and the emperor side of the Imperial Court, sort of like the law and the schemer. And even in the episode, I think the pink concubine mentioned something along the lines of, "Oh, you're no longer mine alone," almost as if she realizes that Mao Mao has to choose between two different sides. And maybe we'll see this in the future. I could just be talking out of my ass, but it could be that Mao Mao has to choose whether to snitch on the pink concubine for essentially poisoning or attempting to poison someone, or to keep quiet and keep her master's identity and not identity, her secret, just away from the prying eyes of Jinshin. Who knows? But yeah. Anyways, I don't really have anything else to add. If you liked the video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time. Take care.